Alrighty, so I have something for everyone today. So I got really sick and tired of the really noisy wormhole on my main workstation, so I decided to get some parts together. I'm reusing some parts from another computer, 13700, and a spare 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD. And stock cooler. It just came from a 13400 from another computer. I'm building a workstation or a server to just run the Tenstorrent hardware. I'll just probably tuck it under a desk and only turn it on when I need it because I really want my workstation to be quiet, my main workstation that is. It's going to have 32 gigabytes of DDR5 5600 memory. So two of these is going to be 64 gigabytes. Just a normal Corsair 650 watt power supply. It was pretty cheap, like 70 bucks. So it's like $70. And then these two were like, I think $70 each. So it's 140. So it's like 70. So it's like 210. And then this one was this is like a regular B760 right here, B760 motherboard. Has Wi-Fi, I guess. DDR5. This one's brand new. It's about $170. I'm just gonna put it all in like a regular pop, fractal pop case. Yeah, mid tower. Yeah, and inside it's just gonna be the Tenstorrent, and I'm just gonna go with integrated video for this. So yeah, I'll just get started building. I'll just show you guys the progress. So I got the RAM in the DIMM slots, got the CPU in the socket, and NVMe in the M.2 slot. I just noticed that this one is the only by 16 lane slot that I have, so that's going to be where the device is going to go into the wormhole. And then this one here is a by 4, I think, electrically. There's no pins after like a certain point, so that sucks because if I need to put in a GPU, I can't really utilize all of it, but that's okay. I just need something to display for debugging later. I have no the reason why I'm saying all this is because I realize I don't have any output display. Their display outputs. I think this one could be an output. I think that USB-C is like DP compatible. I have to look at the manual, but basically there is a chance that I might need to put in a GPU after all, and I'll just put it in the by 4 slot. That's like putting it into Thunderbolt essentially. But for sure the wormhole has to go in here. So I'm gonna paste this and then put it on the stock cooler and then try to get into the case. Well, guess what? As I unpack the stock cooler, which I have never unpacked before, it's a little dusty it seems. The fan blade broke. It's like right there. Oh well, I'll just run it like this for now. Or maybe I could find some sort of fan, but likely not. I'll just roll with this until I could afford LGA 1700 cooler. I think it'll be okay. This is actually a 65 watt CPU anyway, so it's not like it needs a lot of cooling. Okay, so the motherboard's in the case, and now I'll just need to hook up the fans and the power supply, and then I'll get a graphics card and the wormhole in there. Okay, got everything connected. Bummer in that this EPS whatever plug that I learned the other day for CPU, but also is necessary for the wormhole. I only have one of these, or like at least two of these. I've only plugged one in right now because I know the CPU doesn't need that much. Let's see what happens. And I only have PCIe power, which for sure will go to the GPU. I'm just gonna use an Intel Arc. I have one laying around just for that, and then I'm gonna probably order some sort of extension cable or whatever just to be able to plug that thing in. So it might be a while before I even finish this. So it's the next morning, and I ended up getting a EPS 12 volt extender, so that I can just plug in the power supply's CPU, EPS 12 volt, and just kind of bring it out to the back or to the front of the case. Yeah, this is also connected to, like, the other part is connected to extender 2 going into the motherboard. I'll show you what that looks like on the other side. So upside down. So that's the 12 volt for CPU, all plugged in nicely. And then here's the, I think this one is it. Yeah, this is the extension that will go into the wormhole. And then this one is still for the GPU, this extra one here. I also found a higher end NVMe SSD, 500 gig SN 750 WD black, that I think I will just kind of use in place of this one here. So yeah. And then I also have a Pi, like a Pi KVM that I can use to add in KVM or BMC, but we'll do that another day. And this thing here, I already tested powering on. It works, but it rattles really hard and it vibrates. So I don't know. It's not like it's loud or anything. It's just I ordered another cooler. I can't tolerate it. So stock cooler looks good, but feels really cheap. So okay, I got the GPU all in, plugged in. Don't know if it's gonna work on that slot yet, but we'll see. I also have that SSD in now too. Yeah, I chose this pop silent case. It's because it has like this foam here, and it has it on the panel too. It's supposed to make it more quiet, which is exactly what I want, because that wormhole is very loud. So at least if I can tuck it under the other side of the room, like, sorry, if I can place this computer tucked under a desk on the other side of the room, it will be more bearable. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm actually going to try and boot up now without the wormhole, just to see if like the base system is working correctly, and then we'll go from there. So everything seems to be working fine. I forgot to mention that I have a Arc A770 limited edition. It's RGB, but I've kept the LEDs as red because I like red. You can kind of see that the fan is a little wobbly, right? So yeah. There you go. Come on, spit. There we go. Yeah. So fans and everything are going good, going great. There's vibration, but yeah. So here's the BIOS. I need to fix that. I don't know if that's even right. So yeah. The RAM looks good though. I mean, 65,000 megabytes. That's 64 gigs of RAM, so that's good. Also, I took a look at the base frequency for the 13700, which I have, and the BIOS reported 2.1 gigahertz. So it actually does look like it got it right there. So Intel Arc says it's 2.1 gigahertz, and I should be able to boost to 5.2. So I think that looks good too. RAM is also good, 5600 DDR5. That was actually perfect. I didn't need to turn on any of the XMP stuff. It just naturally knew how to do it. I'm amazed. So what's also convenient is that right when I was putting stuff together, my cooler came in the mail. Amazon Prime. So thank you. It's just a simple $30 Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black. It should be way better than what I have here right now. And I also have decided to just throw this other M.2 in, well, I'm going to, as secondary storage to just store a local model or two while I'm working on stuff. So I might as well. Yeah, let's do it. Make use of everything. So got the fan installed. No longer vibrating, no longer making any funny noises, works perfectly. I see that the CPU temperature is actually really good. I repasted everything. It's 28C right now. Again, not a high powered CPU. It's a 65 watt 13700. So it's expected. So I'm gonna try and boot to Ubuntu 22 and install it now. And then let's see if I can get the Tenstorrent card in. So I ended up just installing 2404.2 instead. Mainly because I realized that after installing 22, I was missing support for some hardware since this is a newer platform. Yeah, so I'm gonna put all the specs in the description or overlaying somewhere in the video, but I'll also include the price and stuff because I know that everything's pretty expensive nowadays, especially with the tariffs and things like that. So it's kind of proof that you can build a development machine on a budget. Well, except I'm gonna put in this card here, the Tenstorrent Wormhole, and that just adds to the budget. So. Well, I added the accelerator into the computer and you could immediately tell that it's working. It's really loud again. Perhaps it'll get better once I close up the case. But anyway, it's recognized by Ubuntu. Not sure if the development environment is going to work with it because it was like a lot of the libraries have been built for 22 in mind. So hopefully if once I get set up, it's all working as expected. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna close out this video. The rest is just the same old thing that I've done before where I install things. So yeah, new development computer just for wormhole related things, and let's see if things are better. So overall, this build costed me $655. I had reused an Intel Core i7-13700 I had in handy, but in order to replace the CPU of the computer that I pulled it from, I had to get a 13400 instead, an i5, and that was $160. And memory for 2 sticks of 32 gigs was $145. The cooler was $30, and the motherboard was $170. I spent some money on extension cables and a case and power supply. For GPU and NVMe, I had them already in handy, so I didn't have to buy any of those. So overall, the build costed $655. Considering the MSRP of the wormhole, that's like another $1,000. So a development machine like this would run you about anywhere from $655 to $1655, depending on whether or not you already have the hardware available. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little bit of transparency on the cost of a build, especially since it's hard to get computer parts nowadays to build anything decent. See ya.